We are talking about Star Trek Starfleet Academy, the new show that they are trying to launch in the Discovery era. But we think, and Screen Rant thinks, it should follow Picard and not Discovery. And for the love of God, keep Tilly out of the show. Keep her out. I don't want, if you're going to make this series, no Tilly. No Tilly.
Well, I think that's the end, guys. Thanks so much for coming. All right. Yep. No, this is actually very interesting because before this article came out, this is exactly what I was thinking. If you guys aren't prepared for a new Trek Starfleet Academy show, you need to get prepared for it because from what we hear, it's coming. It will be one of the new shows. It very likely, not very likely. How do I put this properly? It won't replace Picard, I don't think, because I think something else is going to come. But it definitely will be the initial replacement for Picard till they can come up with something else.
Right.
So this show is essentially going to replace it.
So we got a sneak peek of Picard season 3, and it's fantastic. And we believe that there will, because it's so good and it will be so well received, we do believe there will be a show that will follow that up. Not Picard per se, but another show that will follow up in that timeline after the events of Picard season 3. What Shane's saying is before that eventually materializes, what you will be watching, if you're watching Star Trek, is a Starfleet Academy series set in the time of Discovery with Sylvia Tilly and Dr. Kovich as the leads.
Right. That is what's being planned right now. Now, could that change? Yeah, but it sure is far down the pike. And so the argument here was that, wait a second, if we're going to do a Starfleet Academy show, we really should do it at the following Picard, because which better, and after seeing Picard season 3, maybe for some of the characters, it would be cool to break off to a Starfleet Academy where maybe some of these older characters are now in the Academy.
Oh yeah. I
right?
love that.
Yeah. And then some continue on to another show. Because you could do that. You could totally keep everybody working and have it be this way. And that's really what they need to do. Mm-hmm. Because I'm sorry, as soon as they started like reigniting Starfleet during Discovery, I was like, I don't know if I'm digging this. They had one compelling story during Discovery season 4 with the Starfleet Academy. And that was kind of interesting where Tilly was like, had him out there and they had to like survive, remember, overnight or something like that.
Yeah, but like that episode was horrible.
It was not a great episode, but there was I would argue that the Starfleet kids or young adults were actually somewhat interesting in that series, in that show.
Yeah, but Tilly did nothing.
Right, and that's kind of what's wrong with the whole thing. Like, I'm sorry, it was about her. It really was about her. It wasn't about Starfleet Academy.
Right.
So if there's a show about Starfleet Academy, then maybe, but everything is just so like not great in the future right now with Star Trek, like in what Discovery is doing out there and stuff, that I don't want to create more shows 900 years or 800 years into the future. We need to peel back and stay in this era that we're familiar with still and keep moving forward in the future. They can do Starfleet Academy in Picard's current time.
Right, which canonically is where we're at.
Like, yes, exactly.
From watching Star Trek as kids to now, as far as the timeline is concerned, we're at where Picard season 3 is.
Right.
We're not 900 years into the future, and we're not where Strange New Worlds is. So you need to tell stories where the canon is still developing.
Right.
The problem with Discovery, the reason Discovery is in the future, and I'm going to be real, is because it was ruining the past. They made plain and simple. They made a mistake. They fixed it by sending the stupid ship and the entire show to the future so that they can then continue doing their show where it doesn't affect anything here.
Right.
They did that for canon. Someone had the very good idea of going, look, guys, people are hating us. If we want to keep making the show we want to make, we got to get this thing out of the existing canon. We should have never have made it inside existing canon anyways. If anything, it should have been in Picard's time. If you really want to do that. And so they sent it to the future for that reason. We don't need to double down on that mistake. Look, you fixed it. You got it out of our hair. It's not part of our canon anymore. We don't have to worry about it for 900 years. That's a long time to not have to worry about something. So why are we making more content in the future? We're in the garbage disposal future.
Don't make more shows over there. That let Discovery live its life and fantastic. Okay. And
right. And it has its audience. Right.
Right.
Yeah. We don't need more over there.
Right. We can't end the only show in the current time frame. Like Brian said, Picard season 3 is coming to an end. That's it. Okay. We can't end it there and then focus on the past, Strange New Worlds, or the future, Discovery and Starfleet Academy. We need stuff here. Okay. And don't argue that Lower Decks is it, right? Or for the love of goodness, the little kids Prodigy. Because while they're fine in their own rights, it's not live action.
Not live action.
Trek, so we need it to be here. So if you're listening, powers that be, Alex Kurtzman and all those people. First off, let us just say #Terry Trek. Let's keep having Terry Matalas make Star Trek, however you do it. And also, let's get Starfleet Academy in Picard's time, please.
Can I say something? This article actually makes a lot of sense because, it would also be so much easier to make Star Trek happen at the end of Starfleet. If you're gonna make Starfleet Academy, if you're hell bent on this stupid series, it would be easier to tell it in Picard where there's more stories to tell and there's characters you can bring back for cameos. Quark, Janeway, Kira, 7 of 9, TNG characters, Deep Space Nine characters, Harry Kim, etc., etc., etc. You can literally you can cameo these people all day long and just collect money. Come on.
Yeah. No, it's I don't know. They have their own game plan. And hopefully after Picard season 3 comes out, everybody sees the dollar signs. Because I think that has a lot to do with it. And I think they have a lot invested into the Discovery Star Trek mold and the fan base that likes the Star Trek Discovery, because there is a fan base for the Star Trek Discovery. There's people who love that show. And it's okay. Yeah, love it. And so they want to hold on to that fan base, and they're probably thinking they need to create something else. But don't leave current canon naked. So I would say this: go ahead and do your Starfleet show if you want. How about this? How about after Star Trek Picard season 3 is over, as Terry Matalas said in the New York Comic-Con panel, it is handed over to the next generation. He said that specifically. It was a question that was asked by a fan, and he said it was handed over. Yes, it will definitely be handed over. Whatever that handoff is.
This is exactly what I said. The fan goes, so will this season hand the baton off to the next generation or something? And he's like, definitely.
Yes, definitely. That was the word he used. Definitely. So, and as we do know, it definitely does get handed over in Picard season 3. Mm-hmm. We know that.
It does.
Agree with what was said there. So let's continue that story and those characters in another series that's not called Picard.
And I got to tell you, the characters that they handed off to are awesome.
Are legit characters to hand it off to.
Yeah.
Yes, fair enough.
They're awesome. You will love when you watch the series. You're gonna love these characters. They're great. They're phenomenal characters. And
I guess we do need to make a comment about Section 31 because somebody brought it up. What about don't forget about Section 31. I don't think Section 31 happens. Just everything we're hearing is it's probably just not going to happen.
Yeah, didn't Giorgio's not Giorgio, what's her name?
Michelle Yeoh.
Michelle Yeoh's contract was up last month.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the reasoning. I just don't know if they can pull all together specifically for that. But it sounds like that is definitely not going in the right direction right now.
I mean, the only reason you're making that series still is because Michelle Yeoh is a star.
I mean,
would you make the series if you're not going to have Michelle Yeoh on contract?
No, you're not. And there's a real complicated thing about her because in Discovery they sent her out of the dimension, right? So she's no longer.
They sent her back to like the mirror
universe. And here's the thing: she can't keep going back and forth because it'll kill her. Remember?
Oh yeah. And they also said though that like at a certain point, the mirror universe is no longer connected to our universe, and even its time can be different. Now, when they said, I was like, that's their backdoor reasoning to get her back to our timeline to do Section 31.
But her life still. I just don't like they just closed her out really poorly. So,
because remember, she was only getting sick because she was not only out of her universe, but she was also out of time.
Right.
So when she got sent back to her universe, guess what? She was sent back to her time and universe. So she can technically cross over again and not be in Discovery timeline, but be in a timeline where she won't be sick.
I thought it still impacted her crossing dimensions. But maybe not.
No, it was because she was out of both time and universes.
Oh, I see. Okay. All right. Well,
you know what? Who cares? Who cares?
Yeah, we don't want that series, so hopefully it doesn't happen.
All right, well, that's it, guys. Listen, there was a time where I would like to see Michelle Yeoh in anything, but I feel like they're going to ruin it. So I'm just going to like, just focus on whatever Terry wants to do, please. Let's just do that. Enough. All right. Listen, #TerryTrek. That's it for the show. Please hit the comment section on the way to the comment section and let us know what you guys think about this story in Starfleet Academy. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Hit all the shit, all the share buttons. All the buttons. And that's it for today.